Hey, everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of Fitness to Influence, my brand new podcast that I have been so excited to finally bring to you guys. Today, for the first episode, I'm going to share a little bit about why I wanted to do this and what you can look forward to in this podcast. I feel like I've had so much to say for so long, and coming on and starting a podcast has been a very daunting, overwhelming, and even scary thing to attack. I was one of the very first fitness hosts on YouTube dating back to 2007. My original goal with YouTube was to build a reel to send to different news stations so that I could get a job as a TV reporter. That was my business plan when I first started doing YouTube videos. That obviously is not what happened. So in today's episode, I'm going to quickly tell you about my journey to get where I am today and what you guys are going to be able to experience on this podcast. I am so excited about it. Let's get into it. So growing up, I was always a very sporty kid. I played soccer, I ran track. My biggest regret in life, not my biggest, but one of my regrets in life is not pursuing playing soccer in college, actually. When it came time to go to college, I was burnt out from sports, to be honest, and I just needed a break. I wanted to have fun, and have fun I did at the University of Delaware. I majored in broadcast journalism. Again, I wanted to be a news reporter. My dream job in fourth grade was to be Katie Couric. And then when I was in high school, it was to be a host on The View. And suddenly I'm in college and I'm studying broadcast journalism. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I really like health and wellness and fitness. Maybe I want to go and be, a nutritionist or dietitian. So I signed up to maybe minor in that. And I took one class of chemistry and quickly realized this is not for me. And I dropped that idea. So I ended up minoring in political science, thinking that maybe I would go into a correspondent job that might be political, given, CNN and Fox and all those, TV networks were booming back then. I went to college in 2002. Shortly after college, my dad hooked me up with a job. He had a friend who worked in news, or rather at NESN, the New England Sports Network. I started editing video for the Red Sox, the network that shows the Red Sox, NESN. And my hours were the Red Sox hours, which is in the summer at night and when they're on the West Coast till 2 a.m. And as a 22-year-old who just graduated from college, that was not what I wanted to be doing. They also did not pay great. I made probably like $8.50 an hour and it was part-time. So I had to get a second job. Applied to a job on Craigslist from a diet website, diet.com, looking for someone to create web videos for them. YouTube was brand new. I did not really know what YouTube was. I think I knew what it was, but I didn't watch it. Anyway, the owner of diet.com was kind of a visionary and knew that YouTube was going to be really big. I had no idea. But he gave me a part-time job. I started making YouTube videos. My idea was that why don't we do like short videos based on my favorite articles from Women's Health and Shape and, all those fitness magazines. I loved those magazines in college, used them to lose the freshman 15. And I was like, let's make a video version of some of these articles. And that was the genesis of the diet.com YouTube channels. Diet Health was the name. And we exploded. I was one of the first fitness hosts on YouTube. I shouldn't say one of the. I was the first fitness host on YouTube. I edited the videos, I produced the videos, and I starred in the videos, and I brought on other experts because I, at the time, was the journalist. I had trainers at my gyms in my local neighborhoods come on and be the experts. I saw what these experts were doing. They started creating their own channels, creating their own content, owning their videos. And as an employee of diet.com, I did not own the channel. I very quickly decided to make my own channel and started creating my own videos in the fall of 2008, which is very, very early on in the days of YouTube. I decided to go with the Sarah Fit name because I was like, I don't always make the best food choices, but I'm always going to be active. And so that's kind of why we did Sarah Fit. And I very, very vividly remember being like, should we do something like mangoes and mojitos or should we do Sarah Fit? And we went with Sarah Fit. And that was when I was probably like 23, 24 years old. And it has still stuck. And so Basically, I put my head down. I was really consistent. I made 3 videos a week. I survived on very little money, and somehow I survived, and I have been a successful content creator for the past pretty much 18 years, starting at diet.com. I'm excited in this podcast to share with you guys a little bit more about my journey, some of my trial and errors, but also bring on other top content creators and share with you guys how they did it because we all have such different stories. From when I first started to how people are doing it now, it is night and day. It is very different. And I know a lot of you guys are probably listening to this just to kind of hear and be entertained. And, sometimes it's fun to, just hear other people's stories. And maybe we inspire you to do it yourself, or maybe you're already trying to do it and you learned something new that helps catapult you to that next level that you're looking for. Some of my friends are content creators for fun and they get to go to cool events for free and they get free product. Other friends of mine have launched very successful businesses and have products in Target. I'm hoping to bring a variety of these content creators here into the podcast because I find it so interesting to hear their stories. And I also find it inspiring. So, whether you just want to be entertained, inspired, or learn something that you can apply to your business, I hope that this podcast can bring that to you. I also love to talk about wellness to pretty much anyone and everyone. I really think that this is an area that is very misunderstood. We as women were lied to for years about how to lose weight. We all thought it was cardio. We all thought it was eat less. We all thought carbs were the devil, right? All these different iterations of fad diets. And in reality, it's really about strength training and making sure that you're eating enough, right? And there are tons of wellness fads. There is a lot of noise. Some of it, there's truth to it. It can help for sure, but some of it is just noise. And I'm excited to bring on a variety of these content creators as well who know what they're talking about. And they're not just trying to sell you a product. I'm sure the creators will be selling some products, but I find the world of wellness so interesting. Red light therapy, cold plunging, hormones, perimenopause, menopause. We're finding that a lot of the top doctors actually aren't even really trained in perimenopause or menopause during medical school or weight loss for that matter. And unless they have sought it out on their own, and kind of similar to being a personal trainer, to be honest, I really wasn't told too much about how to train pre and postnatal clients. I had to actively seek it out on my own how to train these clients. Yes, there were a few things like, and some of it was even outdated, like do not raise your heart rate over 140. Do not lie flat on a bench or on your back for like a prolonged period of time. It may even said it all. And that information obviously changes. Nutrition and fitness are sciences, and this information is constantly changing. We are constantly getting new studies, new reports on what is and isn't working when it comes to, fat loss or even glowing up, aging gracefully. And so in this podcast, I'm also hoping to bring in some of these creators who really know their stuff, know what they're talking about, and even some that believe in two different things and bring them on and be like, you know what? I'm going to let you guys, as the listener or viewer, decide which one you believe because there are two ways, two trains of thought. And there's another element. Isn't a one size fits all approach. So all of us kind of need to gather all of the facts, even do a little bit of our own research, and then come to the conclusion of what is best for you and your family. I am not going to stroke fear into you. I'm hoping that when you finish listening to an episode, you actually are going to be less stressed. And I'm going to be totally transparent with all of you guys. I am not 100% sure exactly what topics we're going to talk about each week. I want to talk about the latest fads. Should we pay attention to them? Everybody I know right now is buying weighted vests. Have you bought a weighted vest yet? Which weighted vest should you buy? Why are people wearing weighted vests? What are the health benefits? Let's talk to somebody who's doing it, who actually has seen results. Or is this just another way to spend money and for influencers to make money off of affiliate links? That's another thing that I want to talk about with my content creators. How are they making money? I'm not going to be gross and annoying and be like, you can make $10,000 months. You can make $50,000 months. That's not the goal. The goal is to educate you if this is something that maybe you're interested in checking out, or maybe you're just curious how people make money through content creation, talking about how different creators make money. We all make money through a different variety of sources. I always used to say, don't have all your eggs in one basket, and most successful creators do not. Some of them make money off of affiliate links, but how much? Like, I do not make a lot off of Amazon, but some people do. There are creators who literally have like hired employees, and their sole job is to find products for affiliate links, create the content to share it and track it and make money off of the affiliate marketing. That's it. And a lot of other things that I find interesting is who is helping these content creators? How much help do they have behind the scenes? I can tell you one thing, a lot of them have a lot of help. Most people aren't doing it on their own. And if they are, you can kind of tell. Some of them you can't tell that. There are a lot of health coaches that have a lot of help behind the scenes. You think that they're the ones talking to you? They're not. They've got a lot of help. If you are a client of mine and you text me, that is me. I want to rest assured that you know that. So I'm going to be bringing on some guests to talk about the various wellness topics and content creator topics, hence the name Fitness to Influence. I'm always going to be fitness creators, but since that's my journey, that was my path. That's why I wanted to go with that name. So if you are interested in all things health and wellness, and you've also got a curiosity to influence or creator life, this podcast is for you. And I also want you guys to tell me what you want, because my whole journey as a creator has been with you. We all were kind of in that dating phase in our 20s, having too much fun, doing our cardio, training for races. And we all had our babies, not all, but some of us, right? Some of us had kids and are in postpartum phase. And now we're finally kind of in that little kid stage. And we thought we were out of it, but now, bam, we're walked with perimenopause. And, a lot of you guys are still having kids. Maybe you haven't had kids. You're looking to have them. Maybe you've chosen not to have them. It doesn't matter. Whenever I meet people that follow me, I find that we have a lot in common. And I find that's because I am who I am on my shows, or rather in my videos, in my Instagram, on my YouTube channel. And that when I meet people, I just connect with them because they feel like they know me. And that's because I'm very true to who I am on all of my platforms. So I want to hear from you guys. What are you guys looking for? What is missing in your own wellness journey? I at times feel like I don't feel like I have it all, but I feel like I'm pretty close. I have created this life where I'm able to be with my kids before they go to school. I'm able to be with them after they get out of school, but I'm also able to have this career that I love and I'm passionate about. And my ultimate goal at the end of the day is to empower women, help them look and feel their best. And so I hope to continue doing that with this podcast and also vicariously live through my fourth grade dreams of being Katie Couric and interviewing some of my favorite people in this online wellness space. So be sure to follow this podcast and stay tuned for the next episode. You'll be able to listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts. And I'm so thankful for your support over the years. Let me know on Instagram if you do have any creator requests to appear on here, or any burning wellness topics that you think we're not talking enough about, or you're still confused about, because there's so much conflicting information. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. That's the goal of this podcast. Thanks, guys. This has taken me a while to finally record this first episode. I'm just so excited to interview these creators, so I'll be a lot less nervous talking to my friends. Bye, guys. I'll see you soon.